This morning I have to pick up an alternator, pick up a package, and deliver my uncle's birthday present. The first thing that I do is pick up the package, which is now kind of like a life simulator, because this is what I have to do a lot when I order shit for this show. Yeah, you're welcome. Whilst visiting some people at my local crack house, I realise that I have some sort of venereal disease, and now I have to go to the clinic, after killing everyone and stealing their shit, of course. Sadly, I get ambushed by Al-Qaeda on my way down there. Using my Bill Clinton-esque diplomacy skills and a sniper rifle, mostly a sniper rifle, I managed to get them to leave me alone. Them trying to stop me actually makes little sense, given that they were the ones who sent me the package. Yeah, it was a fucking bomb. Maybe they were just trying to deflect suspicion? I don't know. Anyway, I apparently pissed off a terrorist organisation enough that they'd send me fan mail.
That guy over there did it.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
They also made me pay a fee. Pieces of shit. I decided to live up to this game's title by going postal. With a scythe. Wait, is it going postal if you use a scythe? Ah, shit. According to Wikipedia, I don't qualify. I'm not extremely and uncontrollably angry. I'm indifferent. Damn it. I fight my way back out and exit, saddened that my copy of Too Dark Special Edition hadn't turned up yet. I then make my way to the junkyard where I meet this fat arsehole who charges me a load of money for a junked alternator. $500? Fuck that. So I sliced him to pieces and just took it. I mean, at this point, it's probably one of many kicking about. Ah! Dogs! Ah! Fire! I regret everything! I regret everything I've ever done! So I managed to escape with the alternator and find a copy of Postal 3, which I proceeded to piss on. The developers of this game really don't like Postal 3. You actually get an achievement for pissing on a copy of the game. I'll explain why someday, as I'd like to cover that game separately. Speaking of gonorrhea, I have to go to the clinic to get myself checked out. It's the only time in the game that I can walk around showing my dick to everyone. Not that that ever stopped me before, but, you know. Anyway, I showed my dick to enough people and eventually found the cure machine. Needless to say, my aim was pretty perfect. I then make it to Uncle Dave's, which is a compound for a cult in the ass end of nowhere. Here's something funny. Uncle Dave's character in the movie is played by Dave Foley. He was quite famous to me and a lot of other people who grew up in the 90s as Flick from Bug's Life. And in one scene in that movie, he's bollock naked. So yeah, I've seen Flick's prick. Yeah, that's something else I need to work out in therapy. Anyway, turns out that his party is some gate crashers. Those fucking party poopers at the ATF have to ruin everything. Stupid fascists. Why do they have to get in my way?
We're not zealots! Eat lead and die, unbelieving heathen scum.
Secure the area. Comb the perimeter.
I quite like this part of the game because it's seemingly based off of the Waco massacre of '93, which is one of the more interesting, heavily publicised police standoffs. I wasn't sure if I should talk about it since I'm not sure how widely known it is. Outside of the US especially. However, if you look it up via article or from watching a video, you can make a drinking game out of all the times that video games come up in the explanation as to why it happened. So I hack, slash and gouge my way in, and I find myself in an underground bunker. I actually quite like the school bus bomb shelters, since they remind me of Bruce Beach. He built his own fallout shelter in Canada. He refers to it as Ark 2 as a reference to the Bible, and it's around 10,000 square foot, mostly made out of old school buses that have been buried underground. It has a working orphanage, a distribution facility service for supplies, and a refugee processing facility. He also has a grinding mill for wheat, which again is quite impressive. He really has thought of everything. Apparently 350 people can live in this thing and be comfortable, though I'm not too sure about that given that it looks like the place where Freddy Krueger hangs his hat after a long day of murdering children. There's also power generators on the surface, for all the sense that that makes. I mean, if you've got fallout outside your house, why would you have a power generator outside? If it conks out, you're fucked. Unless someone sacrifices himself to get it going again. Anyway, it powers up an entire security system, which is made entirely out of old Commodore computers. He even has something set up so he can poke firearms out and shoot at attacking mutants or Mexicans or whatever he thinks is going to attack his base. Maybe he just wants to pass the time by shooting people once the world ends. I don't blame him, to be honest. Now, if the world ended, I would honestly love to be stuck inside this thing with him. Not because I think it's safe, fuck no, but this guy insists that he's this vault's overseer. Yeah, when everything goes to shit and people go to him, he will be humanity's charge as we try to recover from the nuclear holocaust. We would most definitely die in a week if that was the case. But I would at least be very amused. I mean, if you're gonna die, might as well have a circus perform for you whilst you do so. This bomb shelter has apparently been condemned and deemed unsafe a number of times by various people. Yeah, a place of refuge for survival is unsafe for people to go into. Never mind living. Hello. I actually get to explore the church from the inside, breathe in the propaganda, admire the architecture, and get stared at by weirdos and yelled at a lot. Like always when I'm in a church. Anyway, I deliver the birthday present, and me and my Uncle Dave get some heartwarming bonding time killing cops. So, on my way home I encounter an enemy of mine, the fat ATF commander, who I just decapitate without even realising it. I'm on my way home and wouldn't you know it, the apocalypse hits. This always happens on days when I forget my umbrella. Hello, I'd like to buy something. Oh, I see.
Wow, these things never get dull.
Shitting Christ. No. Does this mean I've lost my job? Oh yeah, I lost my job in one day. Good. Justice. That's what you get for reporting me to the police every day this week. So, by cutting some corners, I finally arrive home, and after paying my good neighbour a visit, I return to my trailer and get to enjoy the dramatic ending.
Honey, I'm home. You won't believe the day I've had.
About friggin' time. Did you remember my rocky road?
Don't.
So, I guess that concludes it. Postal 2 is a Marmite game. People love it, people hate it. Never met anyone who just said, yeah, that was a thing that existed. A lot of people have different opinions on it, and I think all those opinions are actually right. However, its crass nature and rather open world, open in a sense that there's a lot of content to explore, is good for me. I personally love that. Open world these days tends to mean a large open landscape with absolutely fuck all in it, and because of that, I'm really put off by the idea. However, because Postal 2 is so big and you can explore so much of it, and yet it's also small and compact together so that there's a lot of content, I actually really like this game. And as a result, I've played it quite a few times. Even the bits that I don't particularly like are easy to overlook because I just like playing this game as a game. Which is very rare because in a lot of cases I usually have to make some excuse for the gameplay for the sake of the story or some other aspect that I really like. But Postal 2 is a game that I enjoy as a game. All of its other aspects are a bit questionable at times, but overall I'd say that it's definitely got its heart in the right place. Anyway, join me next time when... Wait, what the fuck?
I am the Tengu Easter Bunny hybrid abomination that nobody asked for. Everything is my delusion.
No. Just no.
What? No? But I'm your sworn enemy. I'm the season finale main boss. You can't just dismiss me like I'm a cold caller. Get your ass back here and...
Believe me, it's better this way.
Tier 9000, please step forward and urinate. If you have a small bat, step up closer to the plate. Try not to splash me.
Ugh. Fuck. Ah. Ow. Shit. Ah. Ah. Ow. Shit. Ow. Ugh. Fuck.
Good God, that is disgusting. Thanks for the urine. Gonna have a nice day.